Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to another video. This video will be on a delay problem. So let's see that problem. Okay, here I have a double acting cylinder. So what I need to do is that I have to press a start button. By pressing the start button, the cylinder will extend. It will extend and stay in the extended position for 5 seconds. And after 5 seconds, it will automatically return to its initial position. So we have to make that using a electro pneumatic circuit. I can solve this problem in three different ways. I will go through every solution in this video. So let's start. First, I need a 5 by 2 DCB. So in the first solution, this 5 by 2 DCB will be operated using double solenoid. Okay, so let's construct the electrical part. I can make the circuit with latch or without latch. First, I will show you the with latch method. Okay, so this is the circuit. Now identify them one by one. First, I have to make identification. So this is the initial position and this is suppose the final position. And I will make the final position A1 and this cylinder is A. Okay. Now this is my start push button and this is a make switch. And this make switch is operated by a timer and this is a on delay timer because of this symbol. We have a cross symbol here. So this is a on delay timer. I have explained timer thoroughly in this video. You should watch that. So let's continue. This relay is K1 and this make switch will be triggered by K1 and this one also. If this switch closes, this Y1 solenoid will get actuated. I will link this Y1 solenoid to the left side of this 5 by 2 DCB. Now, when the cylinder extends, it goes to the A1 position. This limit switch will get triggered by the A1 position. And because of that, this on delay timer will get activated. It will count down from 5 to 0. Then it will send a signal in two places. First, I have to identify this timer. This is K2. And I want to mention one thing is that the timer, delay timer, is a kind of relay. So these two limit switches can be triggered by this timer. So this make switch will be triggered by K2 relay and this break switch will be also triggered by K2. And when this contact closes, this Y2 solenoid will get activated and the right side of this 5 by 2 DCV will get actuated. So this is the overall solution. Let me quickly explain the working of this circuit. So when I press the start button, then K1 energizes, this contact closes. So a permanent connection is made. This K1 is also closes and because of this, this Y1 actuates. Due to that, the left side of this 5 by 2 DCV actuates. The cylinder will extend, move to the A1 position. This limit switch will be triggered by the A1 position and this timer relay will get activated. This is the on delay timer. So after 5 seconds, it will send signal to this make switch and this break switch. So this make switch closes, close the contact, Y2 energizes and this break switch will break the contact. The circuit will open. K1 doesn't energize anymore and because of that we have no signal on the left side of this DCB and on the other hand we have Y2 actuating, so the right side of this DCB has power. Because of that the cylinder will retract to its initial position. So this is the overall working. Let's say in the fluid sim software. Here I have the overall circuit. I exactly did what I explained, and you can see I have a circle here. If you're wondering how I made it, so double click on this and I just selected this option, switch with role. You can also select the limit switch, it's your choice. So let's start. Starting, just clicking the PB1 push button. See, it extends and the timer is counting to 0. And when it reaches 0, then this K2 closes, this K2 is open, and Y2 energizes. So the cylinder will retract to its initial position. Let's see again. See, it's working perfectly. Okay, now let's see the second solution. So I'm going to copy this whole thing. Okay, the second solution is without latch. It's much simpler than before. So I'm going to remove this. So I have the start button and a relay coil K1, and I need another K1. Okay, so this is the solution, and now let me explain this to you. So first I will press this start push button. So this contact is closed. A signal will flow here. This K1 coil energizes, and this K1 coil triggers this make switch. So this make switch sends the K1. As a result, this contact closes. A signal will flow here and actuate this solenoid. This solenoid is Y1. And when Y1 solenoid energizes, the left side of this DCV actuates the cylinder will extend to A1 position. When A1 position is reached, it will sense by this limit switch, and for that this limit switch close the contact. A current will flow here and energizes this time relay. After that, 5 seconds later, it will trigger this make switch. So if this timer relay is K2, then it will trigger this make switch K2. And one thing you should notice that this triggering symbol is different. This symbol is for the timer triggering. This symbol is for the limit switch triggering when this limit switch is physically present at the cylinder side. Now this contact is closed. A signal will flow here and energize this Y2 solenoid. And because Y2 solenoid energizes, the right side of this DCV will get actuated. The cylinder will retract to its initial position. So this solution is much simpler than the latching circuit. If nothing is asked in the question, then you should go for this without latching circuit. Now let's see in the fluid sim software. So I've already made the circuit. Now let's simulate. See, after 5 seconds, this make switch closes and Y2 energizes and the cylinder retracts to its initial position. Let's see again. Clicking PB1 push button. See, only this timer is getting the flow, working perfectly. Now let's see the third solution. Let me copy this one again. Okay, so in the third solution, we have a spring on the right side and a single solenoid. This solution is also simpler than the previous one. Here I just have to erase one line. Can you guess which one? If you are thinking about this line, then you are absolutely right. If I just erase this line, then this is the solution. So when I press the start button, this K1 energizes, a permanent connection is made. This switch is also closed. Y1 energizes, the left side of this DCV actuates, the cylinder extends to this position. This A1 position is sensed by this limit switch. It will give a signal to the timer. The timer starts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. This relay timer then gives a signal to this brake switch. The switch breaks and the permanent connection breaks also. And After that, due to this spring action, the right side of this DCV actuates and the cylinder returns to its initial position. Very simple. Let's see in the fluid sim software. So this is the circuit. Let's simulate. Clicking the start button. See, after 5 seconds, this K2 brake switch is open. Watch again very carefully. Timer starts, and after that, this K2. See, the switch breaks, the permanent connection breaks, and the cylinder returns to its initial position due to the spring action. So these are all the solutions. If you find any other innovative way to solve this problem, then please share in the comment. I will definitely highlight your solution. So that's all for today. See you in the next video. Allah Hafiz.